here are some critical elements in a good research proposal. You want to have a good title, and the title will include important keywords. And this is like a label of your dissertation. You also want to keep it broad as well, because often you'll have multiple chapters, which you get into more specific research questions. So the keywords are important, and this will relate your proposal to potential research supervisors, and the funding that you're also applying for as well. And make sure that the title goes beyond being general. You also want to describe your subject matter, and give an indication of your approach or your research questions as well. And here's another critical element in a good research proposal. You want to have a well-written introduction, which gives an overview of your research. You can provide some background information, a short overview of your research and where it fits in with the existing academic discourse, which meaning the research question and the controversies or the debates that are in the literature. And here you can pose your research, and you want to provide a solid and convincing framework for your research. And this will include your main research questions and your reasons for asking these questions, the major approaches that you'll undertake in your research, and the rationale, and also the significance of your research. And this can be academic. It can also be multidisciplinary, so you may want to include other fields as well. And I think one of the most important aspects of your research proposal is your literature review. You want to position your research in a broader context. So this section should discuss which research papers, which texts, which you believe are the most important to your project, and this will give you a platform to demonstrate your understanding of the research issues and also the identification of existing gaps, both theoretical gaps and practical gaps as well. And this section is intended to be like a signpost and contextualize your research questions, contextualize it within the framework of the existing literature. The next major section in your research proposal will be your method and research design. And this section should lay out the way which you will structure your research. You can break down your research into different questions or different chapters that you plan to have, and you can include specific methods, intended sample sizes, any pilot studies that you may have had. When you're making a grant proposal, the grant reviewers really love to have pilot studies. So if you do have any pilot studies, you can include them in your research, or if you haven't done any research yet, you can propose your methodology that you intend to follow. Here it's good to have flow charts. Picture's worth 1,000 words, so it's good to have flow charts here, so you can convey your methodology in a nice, succinct way. Not only you'll have your research proposal, but usually this is accompanied by a presentation. You'll give an oral presentation to your committee. So it's good to have a flow chart of your research, and you can describe your specific methods and specific techniques that you plan to use, and not just your general approach. So you want to get into the specifics, including the kinds of resources that you've consulted, the methods for collecting and analyzing data. Do include specific techniques, including statistical analyses and a brief rationale for adopting these methodologies. Another critical element is your reference section, and you should already have this from presenting your literature review. So this section is very important to demonstrate that you've read the existing literature and you have a good, firm grasp and a good knowledge base in your area of study. And you want to reference texts and resources that you think will play a larger role in your analysis. Remember, this is not a simple bibliographic listing of everything that has ever been written on the subject. Rather, it should be critical. It should be a critical reflection of your selection. What is the most important literature that you are citing, and why?